Welcome to Vibing with Ozzy. Today, the ladies pose the question: why do males feel like they can do something, but women can't do it? Clock it. Well, today, we have guest star Ozzy to answer that question. Come on. Alright. So, as a male, why do males feel like they can do something but women can't do it? You know, I've actually met a few individuals who do feel as though that there are certain things that men can do that women can't do. For instance, my young god brother, I took him to Canada with me. He has a very distinct mind, very unique mind. He said to me a few things on this trip. For instance, he wanted to find some bad hoes on a strip one night. During our time in Canada, he did indeed find some bad bitches of his suiting. Very exciting, very exhilarating. It was on Bono. She wore a very skin-tight, revealing bodysuit. Like, it revealed her back area, it revealed a lot of stuff, right? A lot of stuff was showing. As if it was like 200 degrees outside. Now, he was going, alright? That little boy's eyes seen wonders that night, okay? Hallelujah. Now, unfortunately, once we got on the train, he pulls me to the side and he goes, Ozzy, I just want you to know, if I ever caught my daughter wearing an outfit as such, I will murder her. That's his words, not mine. Pray for the man. I asked my brother, I said, brother, why does she have to die? He says, I don't even know if I want to say what he says. But just know he's not approving of it. Just know he's not approving of it. Because there's men like him. Yes. Oh, hold on. Sorry. We're getting a call. Hold on, wait. I actually gotta get this. I gotta get that soundboard. What's that calling sound? Ringing. I gotta get that. We're getting a call. Someone's calling us. Hold on. That's actually gonna be mad tough. Hello. Hold on, this is not lukewarm jazz. What the fuck are we doing? There we go. We're getting a call, chat. It's from Candice. Candy says, I can wear whatever I want. Does not give a man a reason to approach me. The ladies are co-signing that. What I will say to that, I know a guy. I won't be saying his name. But there was an argument one time between him, not an argument, a debate one time between him and another young lady about R-word culture. And what constitutes as R-word culture. The lady then begins to say that telling a woman what she can and can't wear due to the fear of other men contributes to R-word culture. I was in heavy agreement. However, the male said to her, that if you know that a male is more willing or more likely to engage with you when you show off your body, should you not have the idea of covering it up? He related it He related it to a funny meme that trended on the internet about 5 months ago, where a guy said, if I told you to shut up, is it wise talking? Is it wise to keep talking? He related to that. And for a second, I almost understood. I was like, hey man, if someone told me shut the fuck up before it gets bad for me, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. But I moved the conversation along. For God's sake, some men have a nun kink. I might have to get educated. I shifted the conversation because I was already in agreement with the female. I don't think that we should be sitting here telling a woman what she can and can't wear in like her own safety. But I do draw the line on what children should be wearing. That's me. I said that. I said I feel like children shouldn't wear certain stuff. She then says to me that I'm sexualizing outfits and I'm sexualizing clothing. She says that I'm sexualizing clothing. And that made me a little upset. Cause now it's like you trying to play dumb. It's like we're not about to play dumb. You know what I mean? It's like it's one thing to stop how you're dressing out of fear, right? That's like you shouldn't have to do that. You should dress how you want to dress, whatever. But then try to say that articles of clothing shouldn't be sexualized. That's like some women go to the extreme, like she was valid till that. Let's be so for real. Thank you. I'm happy. So I'm happy I have other women to agree with me. I was like, lady. And it's like it was such a compromising situation. Back to the tone. It was such a compromising situation because I didn't necessarily want to go against her in that moment because of the male next to me who was spouting such deviltry that I felt like if I was to even go against her, I would be a part of her. I'd be a part of him. Dang, on the train, but later, yo, see you later, K. Okay, kids for sure should be focusing on school, not the way they dress. I agree. She tried to make statements saying that, oh, clothing such as booty shorts and crop tops during the summer is less to show off your body and more because of the heat. I looked at her like this. Lady, let's be fucking for real. Come on. We can't do that shit. Okay, kids for sure should be focusing on school. Yeah, I read that. So yeah. I feel like we forget that women are a word too. I'll get to that in a minute, K. But then she should stand on that for every article of clothing. So leather lingerie on a child is cool to her. But then she said her argument was that not all clothing is sexualized. There's certain clothes that's sexual and then other clothing that isn't sexual. I asked her if a romper is sexual. She said no. I told her that personally, my 10-year-old daughter would not be wearing a romper. Not mine. And if that makes me a part of rape culture, then we need to redefine rape culture, because I'm not a part of rape culture. Y'all added too much shit. We gotta redefine it. That's not fair. Not mine. A romper? And I told her that is usually measured in the amount of skin shown. I told her that whatever are the metrics for a guy that constitutes how much should be shown and what you should be wearing, it won't be happening. For instance, because I'm a male, I'm aware of certain things that I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are aware of. Throughout my son's entire high school career, up until his senior year, he will not be wearing anything below the waist the color gray. There will be nothing gray on his body. below his waist. Nothing. Nothing gray. Sorry, son. Sorry. Not happening. You could do it on your senior year. You could pop out with the gray senior year. Not in this house. Nah. And then that led us to another conversation. When is the appropriate time for somebody to start having sex? When is the appropriate time? And that was a very grand debate. But I'll open the floor to you first, chat. When do you believe is the appropriate time to start having sex? Okay, I'm getting some phone calls. Phone calls. All right, Brother Greg, hold on. Hi. Hold on. 1 second. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Give me a second, chat. I have something in my head. I gotta get this shit out. I gotta get this shit out. I don't know what it's called, but I'm gonna find it. Give me a second, bro. We're gonna come back to this. One second. Okay, found it. Alright, let's go back to again. I'm getting a phone call. It's from Greg. Hello, Greg? Yes. Yes. Hold on. One more time. Okay. Greg says 17. What do you feel about that? When is the appropriate time to have sex? Yes, ma'am. For my child, marriage. We're talking both males and females. Ooh. That is very good. So, you referencing males and females, are you saying that you have a different time for both of them? Okay. This is actually going to be mad fire. We're going to do this a lot. We're going to do this often, chat. We're going to do this often. Oh, let me get my glasses. Ain't that a part of the double standard you're talking about? Preach, sister. Preach. Sister Emmy. Sister Emmy. That was very prolific of you to mention. You keep your wits about you. I feel like for girls, it's more of a stronger debate. Because if she has a boyfriend, a boy can influence her into things. Objection. Women are very influential, my love. Women are very influential. Please do not doubt the power that you hold. You could get men to do a lot of things, Deja. I promise you that. You could get a guy to do a lot of things. Okay? And honestly, I'm so happy you mentioned that. Now I'm going to take a stand for the men. I'm going to take a stand for the men. Please, pretty please, ladies, moving forward. And this goes for men and women. Please, get rid of this notion that women are easy to be manipulated. And in relationships, the biggest fear is that a male is going to get her to do all types of shit. It works both ways. It just depends on the person you are. It works both ways. I've been manipulated. You've been manipulated. All types of stuff. I'm so sorry. Women be the horniest? Very true. They're just quieter. That's all it is. Check her Wattpad. She's reading it. That also leads into when should a girl child be able to start dating? Do you hear yourself, Deja? Deja, you opened up this floor asking about the double standard and why men feel like they should be doing things that women can't. However, You have been separating men and women this entire conversation. Why should your girl child start dating at a different time than your male child? I believe your male child and your girl child should be able to date at the same time, as long as you're raising them the correct way. Preach to that. Chat, we're difficult to do a special guest. It's fine, well, it's not, but I'm healing. That happened to me before. I'm sorry to hear that, my love. Please stay strong in your healing journey. Is it journey? Journey. Now, I never said they should date at different times. Maybe that's my mistake. Actually, no, that's not a mistake. That's not my mistake. You've been referencing only girls. You said girl child's dating times. And I believe that you should be incorporating men and women. You should even separate it. You should just say, when should a child be able to start dating, not when should a girl child be able to start dating. Don't say girl child, just say your child in general. Or else you're gonna give that vibe. Ooh, Jesse vibes. Thank you, Jane. Would you like to participate in tonight's questions of the night? When do you think, Jane, your personal opinion, is the appropriate time for a child to be having sex? Or, anybody having sex? What age should it start? After marriage? Ooh, I like that answer. Can I know why, for you personally? What is the importance of after marriage? I need to get like a fire going or something. Let me stoke the fire real quick. Oh, it's religious reasons on my part? Okay. So, without being disrespectful, and let me know if I cross the line. How, or I'd rather say, what in your religion tells you, or what in your religion explains to you why you don't have sex before marriage? What is it? What is the issues with it? What does it bring? What does it bring? Why is it such a no-no? Ooh. Stoke the flames, chat. Marvelous. Marvelous, chat. Oh, yes. This is the vibe indeed. Nice. Emmy, I believe you also said marriage, correct? You also said marriage. And so the question at hand is... Oh, I'll ask it again for you. Gabby has arrived. Welcome, Gabby. Welcome. When is an appropriate time for someone to start having sex? And why? What a lovely night it is. Jay, you feel that? Appropriate? Well, overall, I believe the age 18. Okay. Okay. Why 18, Gabby? Chat, be careful. The fire is really going. Why, bruh? Why 18? Oh, why, bruh? Let me see. Ooh, I can kind of feel the heat, chat. Y'all feel it? Woo! Flames is tickling me. Woo! So when you have children, would you allow their partner to come over? Ooh, I'm gonna get to that. Cause you're a legal adult at 18. At 18, you're now a legal adult. Can skin out anywhere. Okay. I like that answer. I don't mind that answer. When you have children, would you allow their partner to come over? So, for that, I'm gonna have to answer when I'm gonna allow my children to start dating. My children can start dating. They can start dating. Let the music play. Well, the appropriate age is indeed 18, but my house has different rules. That's what I'm saying, Gabby. We want to know what yours is. What is your opinion? Now, the appropriate age for my children to start dating will be middle school. Middle school, you can start dating. Okay, and here's why I say that. I feel like these emotions need to be healthily explored. Okay. When I was in elementary school, I don't know if it was the same for y'all. A lot of people told me that they wasn't the same. But I'll explain it, and I don't mind being different. When I was in elementary school, I was already attracted to women. Already. A lot of my classmates did not feel the same. They were still in their cootie stage. I was attracted to women. Okay? I liked what I saw. I thought everybody was cute. It didn't matter. I had crushes. However, I didn't engage with it. I wasn't allowed to, nor I was too afraid to. I didn't have any of the skills or the equipment that I have now to be able to process what dating is like. In middle school, I entered, and it was like a whole different environment. Remember, I went from Long Island to the Bronx. So when I went to middle school, and I found out that everybody was fucking in middle school, I was taken aback. I was taken completely aback. And it scarred me. It scared me, it scarred me. It took me back. I said, I don't know if I'm ready for that. As much as I talk. Apparently everybody in middle school had 10-inch dicks for some reason. Everybody's dick was 10 inches and 11 inches in middle school, bro. And I believed them wholeheartedly. Not one person was lying to me at that time. Everybody told me that shit. I said, yes. I said, I believe you, bro. Everybody had 10-inch and 11-inch dicks, bro. I smooth believed it. And I said, I don't think I'm ready. And it really got to me. It definitely de-evolved me from dating a lot. So, I say you need to be able to healthily explore those emotions. So, for my child will be around an environment where I know nobody's fucking. And my children will be able to explore healthily their emotions and other people without crossing that boundary. And then that's when I have to answer when sex is appropriate for my children. My kids get to homeschool this generation too fucked. Baby should be doing anything that can give them babies. Shouldn't. Right, middle school is wild. I know you're hitting your puberty stage, but you're literally just now figuring out everything. And it just goes into unsupervision. You know, growing up in the hood, urban environments. It's definitely products of urban environments, I'll tell you that. For middle school, at least in my experience, that's urban environment situations. I don't think that happens in middle school in rural areas. But in urban areas, yes. They are indeed fucking in the projects from middle school to high school. Okay? Now, I personally think the right time to start exploring. Ozzy, look what I did because I was bored. 1 second, Auntie. We're having a time. You're welcome to join us, though. Take a seat. Enjoy the fire. Would you let your child stay on prom night? Yes, I would, Deja. Yes, I would. Male or woman, man or woman. Are you the seat? No, not without 15,000. My son got to 1, both of them. Like, it's not a sleep out all night type thing. Listen, if I raise my child correctly, which I wholeheartedly believe I will, I'm gonna allow my child to stay out that night, okay? In a hypothetical world, my child is a grade A student who's tested waters before, but we disciplined them the right way and doesn't test waters anymore, and it's been good the entire high school year. And as a reward for being such a good child, yes, you're becoming an adult. You're going off to college, or you're going to work, or you're doing whatever the fuck you want to do. I'm going to allow you to have a good night tonight, man. Go right ahead. My child will probably be 17 or 18. Or you know what? Actually, they can sleep over if it's one gender at the sleepover. Nah. How you raising your kids though? Strict or not? Because I've seen my friends that have strict parents are coke heads now with 3 baby daddies. Like, I'll explain. I'm so happy we're having this conversation. The way that I'll be raising my children. It won't be super strict. It won't be lenient. The main concern that I have is how I discipline my children. And the way I discipline my children will reflect. It will reflect into how they are upright. For instance, my hand will never be raised to my child. I will never raise my hand to my child. Not a broom, not a belt, not a hand, not a welt will be put onto my child. Unless he is caught smoking cigarettes in middle school. Then I'm beating the shit out of him. I'm sorry. That's the only time. Only time. If I catch you smoking a cigarette, I'm beating the shit out of you. Or weed, nah. Cigarette. If I see a cigarette in your hand, son, I'm beating the shit out of you. Sorry. Nigga, cool dad. Nah, listen. No, I'm not gonna be a gentle parent. There's still ways, and this is our problem. Unfortunately, we have Caribbean/Black/African American parents, and that's what they think the definition of being a stern parent is. Now, I've thought about this for a long time, and I've come up with a way on how to raise my kid to not be a badass kid without beating them. And it will be through humility. My children will be raised with humility, okay? You will learn not to do the wrong things because you're gonna learn what the wrong things cost you. You're gonna learn what happens when you do the wrong things in public, in the real world. Yo Mud, 6 Real Gaming. Good evening. Welcome to the show, take a seat. Let's ask you a question to get you, nice and warmed up for the night. Will you be beating your kids, yes or no? Now, let me give an example of what my humility will look like. My son is on the game. Yes, mandatory, holy shit. My son is on the game past his bedtime. I'm gonna tell him, hey son, I told you to get off the game. Give me that controller. I take it for the night. He gets it back the next day. I was like, okay. On a school night? No, my kids won't be on the game on school nights. That's weekends. Weekends, game on the weekends. Game on the weekends, game on the weekends. Now listen. My son, it's Sunday. He's on the game. It's a school night. Oh, you're not a cool dad? Anyways, it's a school night. It's about to be 8 o'clock. I take it off the game. I take the controller. That's it for the night. Because they allow middle schoolers to smoke weed. Alright, can we fucking focus? I was trolling about smoking weed. Fuck. We take the controller. I give it back to him another day. He does it again. Now, I take it from him again. I have a stern talking to. I say, son, I'm not doing this out of sternness or just like out of the fact that I don't want you to play the game. I need you up in the morning. You have school in the morning. I need you to focus on school the night before. That's why I'm taking the game. Now, I give it back to him. Another night. This is week 3. I give him back the game. After the 2 talking twos don't go through to his head, he still plays the game after. He's being disrespectful. He doesn't listen. He doesn't care. I let him keep the game. The following weekend, we have a yard sale. And he sells his game to a kid on the block. He sells it. He's mandated to sell that game. That's it. You sell that game. You give me the money for the game that you sold. And now, we'll be working on you getting your game back. I mean, for me, it depends. For disciplinary actions that didn't cause anyone harm, no. I feel like the feeling of disappointment from a parent is better than any beating. Nah, that didn't work on me. I ain't really give a fuck. I ain't really give a fuck. I ain't really care. I ain't really care. I ain't really care. If your kid don't give a fuck, you fried. Yeah, I ain't give a fuck. I was like, you already beat me, bro. Why would I care if you're disappointed? I was like, you already beat my ass, bro. You think I care if you're disappointed, bro? What the fuck? You just beat the shit out of me. Why would I care if you're disappointed, bro? I already got my ass beat. I'm disappointed too. I'm disappointed that I got my ass beat. But, like I said, he will be selling that game to a kid on the block. He has to live with the fact that he sold the game to the kid on the block. He won't have a game for the rest of the year. The money that we used to sell it, he will be replacing his game with all types of fundamental and intellectual stuff. Rubik's Cubes, Smart Alec books, and etc. This story seems so personal, Ozzy. So personally Ozzy. Well, I'm saying this how I'm raising my kid. Was it part of your childhood? No. But this is what I constructed. I've had this conversation before with people, and a lot of my people traumatized. They're like, I got beat as a kid. I don't like getting beat as a kid, but I feel like it's necessary. And I said, I disagree. We didn't like getting beat as a kid. Why would we keep on doing it? There has to be a way. There has to be a way to not do that. There has to be a way. And I constructed this way. Now, I spoke to somebody, and somebody told me that if I make my kid sell his PlayStation, he's going to not off himself, but like have a panic attack or like a mental breakdown. And I might go into cancel culture with this, but I told that nigga, if my kid has a mental breakdown from selling his PlayStation, we're getting a DNA test that same day. Sorry. Sorry, we're getting a DNA test that same day. If you're losing your mind over that video game like that, I don't know. There might not be something not interlinking with us. Something not interlinking. You gotta evolve past that. You're not gonna like everything in life. Medicine tastes bad, but it worked, don't it? You sound so traumatized. You're accepting beating as the only option, and I feel like there's multiple options that you can explore. There's multiple options that you can explore that probably won't also be liked, but it will be liked better than beating. There's also a lot of messages that I missed. Let me see what's going on. Whoop the ass. Beating is not necessarily abuse. Like bye. Ay. It's abuse, gang. It really is abuse. Okay, back to the smoking part. Maybe I joked a little bit. Cause he allowing his middle schooler to smoke weed. I will not be allowing my middle schooler to smoke weed. Smoking a cigarette is just like so preposterous to me. I gotta beat your ass. So you slapping your brother is abuse? This is why they would be sent to the gulag, Jamaica. Slapping your brother beating your sibling is different. Beating your sibling is different because that is not somebody who has an authoritative figure over you, depending on how you guys are raised. Normally, your brother, being 1 or 2 years older than you, is not in a position of power. Therefore, them beating you is not going to fuck with your mind more than your mother or father beating you. It's not going to fuck with you as much. So would beating a sibling not be worse? No, it would not be worse. No, it would not be worse. Being threatened to leave me in Jamaica, straighten my little ass up. Well said. It would not be worse. Your mother or your father beating you will definitely leave a lot of emotional scars on you. You're going to be confused. I feel like older siblings should not beat their other siblings. I'll beat bro ass when ordered to. I also feel like you should not be beating on your siblings at all. Like, I don't know how we got to the point where like your brother beating, like should siblings beat on each other? Like, none of that should be allowed. Not in my house, unless they're like boxing. If they're boxing, trying to like they're getting bullied and boxing and shit like that. Word. Like my brother's just like my two sons just fighting each other, like really fighting. Nah. Why are you fighting? Nah. Doesn't need to happen. Doesn't need to happen. Oh shit, you're still here? Of course. Let them settle their differences. There's ways to do it. Siblings gonna fight? Very true, siblings will fight. I'm not gonna sit here and be ignorant. They're gonna fight. Will I allow them to fight? No. Are they gonna fight behind my back at times? More than likely. When I catch them, will I stop it? Yes. I'm gonna stop the fight. I'm gonna tell them that there's a different way to resolve it. And then after that, there should be another way. I expect them to fight a total of 5 times in my parenting. If I had 2 sons, I expect them to fight 5 times. Bro, I had to cut a boy off because he was beating his little brother so bad he had whelps. See what I'm saying? This is insane. He hated that nigga? Holy shit. I expect my 2 sons to fight each other a total of 5 times. They're gonna get it together and they're gonna learn that there's a different way for them to settle their differences. They're gonna get it. But yes. Why 5? That's too much? I'm expecting 5 because 1, I know how I am. So if I have 2 little iterations of me, they're gonna clash heads. Okay? I'm gonna lead them to the right way of how to diffuse their situations. They're going to attempt to. They're probably gonna fight. And it's gonna take some time for them to get used to not reacting physically. So I give them 5 chances to like really learn. And then by time 5, they should be fully ready. They got 2 before it's BTA. See what I'm saying? No. Why are you beating their asses for beating each other's asses, Kay? That don't make no sense. We can't discipline with fear. Because now, the only reason why they're not going to want to do something is fear of pain. And that's why I'm truly not trying to do that. I don't want my children not to do stuff out of fear of pain. I want them to do stuff out of understanding why it's wrong. You need to fully understand why I'm telling you not to do it. Grasp it. I think the way y'all parents beat y'all traumatized y'all. Listen, man. Beating, no form of beating should be tolerated. However light, however little, however big, whatever, bro. It shouldn't be tolerated and it shouldn't be accepted as norm. We all know that. We shouldn't accept it as norm. We should be able to find alternatives. I can see your ears through your glasses. Leave my glasses alone. The glasses that you need, yeah. Ain't that your JD glasses? What the hell is JD glasses? You need these glasses? I need these glasses. I need these. What a night, chat. Oh, take with your vision? No. Jeffrey Dahmer, you're bugging. I don't even know how you can say that nigga's name on Twitch. I don't even know how you can say that nigga's full name on Twitch. My boy, I'm gonna have them glasses. Oh, you know what? I asked you guys a question that was asked earlier, and like now we got more people in the chat. I gotta go. Good night, chat. Yo, good night, Lydia. Yo, thank you for the bits again, lady. You had glasses and a wig? I don't even know what you're talking about. That video's off the air. That video's off the airwaves. Oh yeah? That was the most controversial I got. What was my question gonna be? I forgot. It was something to do with the double standards question. It was somewhere along the double standards shit about double standards. Who granny wig you stole? Listen, it was a dark time in my life. It was a very dark time in my life. You guys let me know if we have any more things to discuss. Any more topics we should bring to the circle before we close out on this lovely stream. Yes? Please, Deja. Would you disown your daughter if she became a teen mom? What type of question is that, Deja? No. What the fuck? In fact, Deja, I think I'm about to deep dive inside of your psyche. A lot of your questions today have been very, very targeted towards women. Even from the beginning, you said like this whole thing of women and men, just like all the double standards for women and men. Did something happen in your day today, or week, month, perhaps? Even like a very crucial time in your life where you're seeing a male and a woman get treated differently. What questions? What are some of the questions that Miss Deja brought to the floor today, guys? Miss Deja asked, fuck. What are some of the questions? Let me see. I'll pull up her chat logs. She asked, when should your female child start dating? She also asked, why do males feel like they can do something that women can't do? When is the appropriate time to have sex? And then, when should your girl child be able to start dating? Would you let your child stay on that prom night? Blah, blah, blah. Yes. The fire is so warm tonight, Chad. Oh my god, yes, I had a rough month, July and August. Do tell, please, if you feel comfortable. Nah. That's alright, Miss Deja. Just know this is a very safe space where everyone is welcomed. fact, chat, I think I have a question for you all. Currently, right now, in your life, are you dating? And if so, are you dating with the intentions of having a long life partner? Or are you just having fun? Are you dating with lust or love at your forefront? Dating to marry. Nice. Now, Emmy, not to question your character at all, but tonight I can't help but feel like you've been giving PR answers. Not saying you have to change any of your answers, but just letting you know, you are free to be yourself here. You're very free to be yourself. Just putting it out there. I'm a changed woman. God bless. Without sucking your dick, can I know when you changed? Just out of curiosity. Stop sucking. My apologies. You seem to have gone off topic. Let's just enjoy the fire. About 30 minutes ago when I blocked you. You're tough. However, matter of fact, I rest my case. Speak up, Your Honor. I genuinely have nothing to say. How about you, Ozzy? Well, thank you for asking. Currently, I do make this joke about continuing a hypothetical program in 2028. But truth be told, I have no dating intentions at the moment. The way I live my life, I do date to marry. I do date to marry. And at the moment, I am just not interested in anything. Truthfully. I may joke around with you guys. Might catch a flirt here and there. Entertainment purposes. But no. Take your time, Oz. You're confusing me. Well, I did say what I had to say. I would like some more participants. I don't want to call nobody out. I don't want no one to feel like they're on the spot, but everybody, please feel free to share. On a serious note, I'm not really looking for a relationship. I feel like I should heal myself first before I can move on to someone. That is very healthy. And you do that, young lady. Healed. I haven't heard that phrase in so long. Chat, can any of us say that we are healed from whatever situations have been bothering us? It could be anything. I raise my hand. Emmy. Or you're gonna say it's PR? No, I believe you. I believe you, Em. Are you a healed woman? I'm waiting on the gifted subs for all them shits. Getting there. It's very commendable. Find a man that actually will work through it and help me heal is a treat. Ooh. That is also a very rare find. You better treat him really well. You don't gotta be fully healed, but find someone that would be there while you heal. Very, very rare find. Yes, I feel like I'm a very nice, healing, and healthy person for the most part. It's just not gonna lie, people do get me to the point where they shouldn't get me. And you gotta unlearn shit with the person. Yes. Yes. True. True. Who else needs to heal? Gabby, are you healed? From anything? Any situation? I feel like people that come when you're healing will use that against you later down the line. Well, that's unhealthy thinking. You can't assume everybody is going to bring you down. That's a very sheltered way of living. What would I be healing from? Not necessarily healing, but are you whole? Are you 100% individual? Would you say there's parts about you that need some help, some healing, if you will? Or not some healing, but are you a healed whole? It's hard to explain, but I really hope you understand what I'm saying. But you don't necessarily have to be healing from anything at the moment. My mind already prepares me for the worst. That's a cup half empty way of thinking. Assuming that the world is going to be bad to you is not the best, Deja. That limits your options. See, I feel like a lot of our brains do the same thing. Most times, when I'm thinking about a situation, I'm going to think about how unlikely something's to happen. For instance, yesterday, when I submitted my video, I sat down, submitted the video, and said that there is damn near a 0% chance he's going to look at my video, and this is going to be the streamer university situation all over again. Then midway into him reacting to the videos, I said this shit is not going to happen. I don't even know why I'm still here, but we could be doing something else on stream. Even though I'm thinking that, I'm still putting good energy into the universe. I'm like, hey, this shit might just happen. That shit really might just happen. And look how that works. It did happen. Prepare for the worst, but expect the best. Or expect the worst, or prepare for the best. Either one. It's interchangeable. Chat, we will be wrapping up our night very soon. I'll take on one last question, if anybody has. And if you don't have, we'll all slowly start vacating the premises before I close the doors for the night. I hope everyone heals even from the things they don't talk about. Live, and be happy. Oh, live life and be happy. Thank you for that very strong message. Excuse me, Miss Deja. Thank you. It's time to blow out the fire. That was tough, I know. Well, chat. I hope we had a really good night tonight. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. Please, feel free to join back to another Kid OZZY stream if this one tickled your fancy. I'll be here tomorrow. No way you ending at 10? I have nothing left to do. Just nothing.